Water pouring through your ceiling or flooding your basement is a waking nightmare. But you know what is significantly worse? Getting the mess cleaned up, finally taking a breath, and then opening a letter from your insurance company 3 weeks later that says your $20,000 claim has been completely denied. Today, we are breaking down the exact mistakes homeowners make in the first 48 hours of a disaster that give insurance adjusters the legal right to reject a claim. Let's protect your home and ensure you get the payout you are owed. This financial risk applies no matter where the water is coming from. Maybe you woke up to a burst washing machine hose flooding your laundry room. Maybe it's a silent, slow drip from a rusted water heater base that's been pooling under your floors, warping the wood. Or perhaps a severe storm just pushed wind-driven rain through your window frames, bubbling your drywall and soaking your carpets. From sudden frozen pipe bursts in the garage to raw sewage quietly backing up into your basement through a floor drain, each of these scenarios triggers a completely different set of insurance clauses. Homeowners insurance is a contract, not a blank check. If you don't know the rules of engagement before you start tearing up wet carpet, you are already losing the game. Before we talk about your policy, you must stop the source. Your insurance contract explicitly requires you to mitigate further damage. If a pipe bursts, you must shut off your home's main water valve immediately. If it's a localized appliance leak, like a dishwasher, washing machine, or a toilet, hit the isolation valve directly behind the unit. If water is dripping near light fixtures or pooling under heavy appliances, go to your breaker panel and cut the power to eliminate the electrical hazard before you step in the water. Once it's safe, grab towels, buckets, or a wet vacuum to contain the spread. Showing that you took immediate, decisive action to protect the property is the very first thing your insurance adjuster will look for. If they suspect you let the water run while you panic, they will penalize you for negligence. Now, you need to understand what is actually happening inside your walls, because the root cause dictates your coverage. Standard homeowners insurance covers water damage that is sudden and accidental. A supply line rupturing at 2 a.m.? That is sudden, and it is covered. But what if you have cupping hardwood floors and a musty smell, and you finally look under the kitchen sink to find a P-trap that's been slowly dripping for 6 months? That is classified as a long-term maintenance issue, and it will almost certainly be denied. This is exactly why professional diagnosis is critical. You cannot just guess where the water is coming from. When professional restoration teams arrive, they don't just look at the puddle. They use thermal imaging cameras and digital moisture meters to document the exact origin point and map the invisible moisture spread behind your drywall. This technical documentation proves to the adjuster that the event was a sudden catastrophic failure, not long-term homeowner neglect. It separates a covered emergency from a denied maintenance problem. Here's where the money is lost. These are the 7 critical mistakes that will void your claim. Number 1. Throwing away the broken part. If a braided supply line failed, keep it. That is the physical evidence of the sudden failure. The insurance company may use it to subrogate or sue the manufacturer to recoup costs. If you throw it away, you destroy their evidence, and they may deny your claim. Number 2. Cleaning up before documenting. Do not start ripping up carpet or tearing out drywall before taking extensive, well-lit photos and videos of the standing water and ruined items. You must prove the extent of the disaster. Number 3. Delaying the claim. Waiting days to see if the water will just dry out gives mold time to form. Most policies have strict limits or total exclusions for mold if it results from a delayed response. Number 4. Admitting fault. Telling an adjuster, "I meant to fix that leaky pipe last month," just handed them a denial on a silver platter. Stick to the facts of the sudden failure. Number 5. Throwing away ruined belongings. If your furniture or electronics are destroyed, move them outside, but do not throw them in the trash until the adjuster has physically seen them and cataloged them. Number 6. Using bleach on drywall. Bleach only removes surface stains on porous materials. It does not kill the root of the mold. It proves to the adjuster that moisture sat unchecked, complicating your claim. Number 7. Using a standard contractor instead of a mitigation specialist. Plumbers fix pipes. They do not generate the specialized moisture mapping logs that insurance adjusters require to approve structural drying and reconstruction. To communicate effectively with your insurance, you need to accurately identify where your emergency falls on the severity ladder. Level 1 is clean water. This comes from a broken water supply line or an overflowing sink. It is an emergency, but the water itself is not immediately toxic. Level 2 is gray water. This is overflow from a dishwasher, a washing machine, or a punctured waterbed. It carries chemical residues and biological matter. The clock ticks much faster here because it will turn toxic quickly. Level 3 is black water. This is raw sewage backing up into your basement or floodwaters breaching your foundation. This is a severe biohazard. Level 4 is structural and electrical compromise. This is water mixing with your electrical panel or ceiling drywall sagging under the immense weight of a roof or attic leak, posing an immediate collapse risk. If you are dealing with level 2, 3, or 4 water, DIY cleanup is a massive liability. If you attempt to clean a sewage backup yourself, fail to sanitize the subfloor, and mold grows 3 weeks later, your insurance will deny the secondary claim because you failed to hire certified professionals the first time. Let's look at the brutal financial math of getting this wrong. If you catch a supply line leak early, document it perfectly, and bring in the right professionals, your out-of-pocket expense might be limited entirely to your $1,000 deductible. But if you make these documentation mistakes, or fail to mitigate the moisture properly, that same leak becomes a denied claim. You are now looking at paying $5,000 to $15,000 completely out of pocket for drywall replacement, structural drying, and new flooring. If black water or raw sewage is involved and it seeps into your foundation because you tried to use a shop vac instead of professional extraction, the decontamination, antimicrobial treatments, and reconstruction can easily exceed $25,000. Your actions in the first 24 hours entirely dictate who pays that bill. This is why your next move is not a trip to the hardware store, it is bringing in the heavy artillery. You need independent, local restoration professionals who understand the exact documentation standards your insurance company demands. Vetted professionals arrive rapidly with industrial dehumidifiers, HEPA air scrubbers, and containment barriers to stop the damage from spreading. But more importantly, they provide the exact moisture readings, specialized software estimates, and photographic evidence that adjusters require to approve your payout. They act as the bridge between your disaster and your financial recovery, ensuring the insurance company plays by the rules. Water damage is progressive. Every single hour that water sits, it sinks deeper into your home structure, breeds mold, and jeopardizes your insurance claim. If you have active water, spreading stains, a failed appliance, or a sewage backup, this is no longer a DIY situation. Stop the water, take your photos, and let the experts handle the rest. Call the number on your screen right now, or click the link in the description below to request a free local estimate at Emergency Damage Pros in under 60 seconds. We'll instantly connect you with local, independent professionals who can assess the damage, protect your property, and help you navigate the process. Act fast and protect your home today.